Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Terry Hartley from Rustic Foreign Cards, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator coming to you from Iowa. And I am so glad that you're here. As you jump on, say hi and let me know where you are watching from. And if you're watching the replay, please say hi and let me know where you're watching from. This is Tuesday, September the 2nd of 2025, and I come live on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central. So today we are going to have a little sneak peek because tomorrow, September 3rd, is a very exciting day here in the Stampin' Up! World because our mini catalog, which I'm going to turn around and pick up, our mini catalog is released tomorrow. So you can order from the mini catalog along with new online exclusives. So I'm giving you a sneak peek today of one of the suites that's in the online exclusive called Gathering Moments. So I'm going to turn the camera down and we're going to start stamping. All right, so the suite is called Gathering Together. That's the name of the suite. So let me show you. The stamp set is called Gathering Moments. And it's a really pretty stamp set for fall or for any occasion because you have many thanks. Thankful for you. Your friendship means the world to me. Gather, expressing heartfelt gratitude. And you have kind of like a little checked stamp along with a kind of like a splotch that I really like making my own designer series paper with that. Some leaves, acorn, like a mushroom. And then the dies are really awesome too because you have the dies that cut out the images, but you have these beautiful large leaf. And this month of September, I'm also using the Gathering Moments bundle for Club. But in the suite, you also, if you want to get the entire suite, or you can just get one piece at a time, is this beautiful embossing folder, a 3D embossing folder with leaves called Gathering Leaves. And you also receive twine, early espresso, not twine, linen thread, early espresso, and old olive. And I will let you know, for me, linen thread is much easier for me to make bows and to work with uh, than twine. But so I'm glad that this is linen thread. All right, let's see. We are going to do some die cutting today. So I'm going to go ahead and get that die out right now. And let me show you the beautiful paper. Now the paper is specialty paper, and it's beautiful. It has some gold flecks in it. Hi, Jenny. So this has gold flecks. You get 12 sheets, two-sided, and then here is the back side. So you got one side with some gold shiny pieces. I love this right here. We're not using this today, but and now this has a gold fleck on the back also. Look at these beautiful leaves. And then basic beige. We are going to be using this today, the old olive. And this looks like wood. And this piece will be full, but I have been using it. So again, beautiful paper. And then you also, in that suite, you receive these Cajun and gold dots. And they're Cajun Craze with gold flecks through them. So they're really, really pretty. So I'm going to show you the card we're going to make today. And then I have an extra card I'm going to share at the end. And also we'll have barn chats at the end too. So if you have any questions, you can leave me a question. I'll try to answer that at the end. So this is the card that we're going to make. It's many thanks. Hello, Lola. So this is the card that we're going to make, and inside I've also embossed just part of the basic white, and that way you still have room to leave your message. So we have done some embossing on the front and also on the inside. And so we are using Labeled with Love punch for our label for our sentiment. So we're making a thank you card. So I'm going to bring in our card base, which is Cajun Craze. And of course, you could use any color. And so this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. Grab my bone folder. And today we're going to just make it. We're going to make this card from the beginning to the end. So I have two pieces of basic white cardstock that I've already cut. They're both the same size. You're going to need two at 4 by 5.25. And you're going to emboss one, and then we're going to emboss the top of the second one. That's going to be our inside layer. And then you're going to need a scrap of basic white. So that's really pretty much all you're going to need for this card. So let me go ahead and let's do our embossing. So I'm bringing in, this is a large embossing folder, and I want to line it up so it's straight, and put it in, so I just have the one plate and then the folder and then plate 4. Well, thanks, Jenny. Yeah, I thought that would just kind of give it something to kind of for just embossing a little bit on the inside, because this is such a pretty um, folder. I think you can see that maybe right there. So then we'll take this one, and how we're going to do that is that we're just going to put it right in here, and we're just going to put it in about and get it even. So that way, trying to line it up even. And you can put it down as far as you want or up as far as you want. You can decide how much that you want to emboss. Okay, I'll get this out of the way, but we will be using it later. And so then here is the piece that we just embossed part way. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add this to the inside of our card. Now you could also stamp a leaf or something, but I think this is just very elegant, and we're just going to leave it like that. September already, so this is a good time to think of fall, isn't it? All right, now I'm going to lay this aside, and I'm going to bring in our embossed piece, that our basic white that we embossed all the way. Hi, Judy. And then I'm going to bring in our designer series paper, and this is the designer series paper we're going to use. And we are going to cut this at 2 and 5.25. So I want to cut the 2 first, because I want the lines going straight down. And then I'm going to turn it. And you know what? I'm going to, because I want it to make sure that it covers in this entire way, I like to, even though I want it to be 5.25, but I'm going to go just a little bit over. Then I know I will have full coverage, and if it's, I can always trim that off. I would rather have it a little bit long than short. So now I'm going to bring in my silicone craft sheet. I like to do that so the glue will stay on the silicone craft sheet and not on my work surface. And then I'm just going to add this. And so I know I'm going to cut a little bit off because I did make it just a little bit longer than 5¼ but again, I would rather do that than to have it short. Then I'm going to turn it, and then sometimes you can just go like this if you hang on to the edge, but I think I had good coverage there. Yep. So we'll press that down, and then we'll turn this over, and we'll grab our scissors, and we'll just trim that off. Okay. Now let's do some, well, before we do any stamping, let's go ahead. We might as well add this to our front of our card, and then we'll do some stamping. So we will line this up. All right, now let's do the fun part, the decorating of our card. So we're going to bring in our scrap, and we're going to use 2 inks today. It's Old Olive and Cajun Craze. And we'll just start with Cajun Craze. And I have this beautiful leaf here. So these are cling stamps, the red rubber. And it is true that we are going to not carry this anymore because we're having trouble with, I'm going to do that one more time. I can't talk and stamp at the same time. There we go. And so it makes it, this makes it more realistic. So it's supposed to be like this, where it's a little darker on one side and lighter on the other. It just makes it more realistic. But anyway, so we're Stampin' Up is having difficulty sourcing the materials to make the cling stamps. So, all right. So now we're going to use Old Olive, and let me clean that again because it looks like. So I'm going to just ink up my Old Olive, and I'm going to stamp it right here, straight down and straight up. And so isn't that pretty? And then we're going to stamp our sentiment in Old Olive. Going to turn that around. Now we're using a punch, and you could punch out the label and then stamp, but I like to stamp first. That way, if I stamp this sentiment crooked, I can adjust my label and make it straight. So that is why I like to stamp first, and then I can put it in my label. Now I am going to slide. I'm going to leave a little basic white over here as much as I can. So I'm going to slide my mini thanks as far over as I can because I'm going to be adding some leaves on the left hand side. So I am going to, that looks pretty good. Just like that. So that way that mini thanks is over to the right, and we have a little bit of room for me to add those leaves when we do that. All right, well, let's go ahead and let's die cut these leaves out. So we'll bring back, and so we have our plate 1, plate 2, get our plate 3. So this is for die cutting, and I am going to line these up, and I like to use just a little sticky note to make sure that my die stays right where I want it to. And then we will do that one more time. So here is our leaf. And then you can reuse those sticky notes. After a while, you have to throw them away, but I know a lot of people use washi tape. I find washi tape sometimes is too strong and it will tear. So, but it's what everybody has their own preference, right? And then here is our Cajun Craze leaf. Okay, we're finished with this. All right, so now we can put our card together. So we have our leaves, and we have our label, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to add dimensionals on our label. So I'm going to put one right here. I'm just going to put two. And I'm going to put it about right here in the middle. And then I think I'll put my Cajun Craze about like that. Excuse me. And then we will just kind of overlap it a little bit like that. So I'm going to put a dimensional there and here. Excuse me. I'm going to drink of water. And I'm going to take the tops off. Just put a little bit of adhesive. Don't need much. I think I'll turn that just a little bit, kind of like that. And then we're going to add this. So when I add this, this is already popped up. So I do not want a dimensional under here, but I will go ahead and put two under here. Okay. So kind of put my finger there so I know kind of where I want to put my dimensionals. And again, we'll just put a little bit adhesive. And we will overlap that. About like that. And then I'm going to bring in this linen thread. This is the old olive linen thread. And tie a bow. And then you're going to pull those loops to make it tight. And let's see where my scissors are. Then we'll just, I like leaving it on here when I tie, then I don't waste. It seems like I don't waste quite as much that way. And then we're going to grab our glue dot. And I may go ahead and still do a little trimming on the bow. And then I'm going to put that about right here at the bottom. And then you can decide how long you want those ends to be. So if you have multiple cards to make, this would be a great one to do because it's, you know, really quick and easy. So pick up these beautiful Cajun Craze and gold dots. So they're Cajun Craze and they have gold flecks in them. They're really, really pretty. And we'll put one down here. And I have another card to show you. So here is our quick and easy card, many thanks. And I use fall colors. And then let me show you another card that I used. And I used peach pie for the card base. And this designer series paper is the Gathering Moments. It has its basic beige. It is in the suite, and I stamped oat olive and peach pie, and then basic beige, and then did many thanks. Because in the fall you have a lot of varieties of colors. I'm thinking about making one maybe with flirty flamingo with kind of pinkish, uh, colors with the leaves. So you can let me know which one that you think that you like the best. If you like the peach pie or if you like the Cajun Craze better, which card that you like the best. Um, I'm going to turn the camera down. We're going to do barn chats in just a second. And I want to share a sneak peek of my club and also tell you some other things. So let's see. We're going to do barn chats, but I have learned that I have to click another button so we don't continue to see that, and you won't be able to see my desktop. So let me know which one you like. You like the peach pie the best, or you like the Cajun Craze, or the one with the green paper on there? All right. Well, I have teamed up once again with two of my good friends, Sarah from Handmade After Dark from Australia, and Connie from Great Stamping with Connie from Canada. And we're bringing you the 12 weeks of Christmas. Now, this is free. You'll get a free tutorial and a free video every week for 12 weeks if you receive my newsletters. So if you already get my newsletters, you're great. You're taken care of. But tell some of your friends. So, but if you don't receive my emails, it's really easy. There's a link in this description where you can just sign up. And again, we'll be starting that later this month of September, and you'll get a free tutorial and video for a Christmas project to kind of get you started for Christmas. And there will be cards, but it's not just cards. There'll be some 3D projects and maybe even a tag or two. Now, there is an optional if you want me to send you a kit with the card bases and the pieces and envelopes, along with over $20 of Stampin' Up! Product that has some gems and some paper and ribbon. Then to create these 12 projects at home, then you need to sign up for that, and there is a cost for that. Sign up is going to end at the end of this week, so if you are interested, there is a link in the description. You can read all about that. All right, my September club is using Gathering Moments, what we use today. So I just kind of want to share a little bit. My club is a monthly subscription. It's $44 a month. Usually you make usually you make 6 cards, 2 each of 3 designs, which we are for the month of September, but I'm also adding a little treat pouch. And this little treat pouch, you can put a treat in it. It opens up, but it also fits a gift card. So a gift card fits in here, as well as, or if you want to put, a little treat. So here are the cards that we're going to make. Again, 6 cards, 2 each of 3 designs. And we're using the Gathering Moments. And this month is a bonus month. And that means you're going to get an extra project plus or over $30 a product in your club. You need to sign up through the 15th. 15th of September is the last day to sign up for club, and it ships out the last week. You can try it for 1 month and then just email me and cancel. So if you're already a club member, of course, you don't need to sign up. And I think that is about all I have for Barn Chats today. But don't forget Oh, hi, Connie. I guess on my chats or my comments, I have to scroll to find everybody. Glad that you glad that you found me live today. But again, tomorrow is the release of the mini holiday catalog and brand new online exclusives. And I just shared a sneak peek today of the Gathering Moments Suite. And you can buy with one number all of it, or you can pick and choose what you want. Thank you for being here. I'm Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a like if you're watching this on Facebook. And I'd love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take care. I'll see you next Tuesday at 1 p.m. and bye for now.